Hey guys, welcome to another Homebrew Weekly, although this video is not homebrew related. Uh-oh. But anyway, I thought I would put it under the Homebrew Weekly category just because I've abolished the Craig's Beer Reviews series because I don't really review beers. I'm not a beer reviewer. So I hope this video is, entertaining to you. Today what I've decided to do is compare two different beers. Why would I do that? Well, because in my travels in the last couple years, I've become very curious about this particular beer. This is a Sierra Nevada Torpedo. Let's get a little bit of a closer look at that one there. One of our friends that we often visit on Vaughn Live drinks this periodically, and really it's their favorite beer. So, and I've been very curious about this, so I was fortunate enough to acquire a couple of bottles of it from a friend of mine named Brian, who lives nearby, and he traveled to the United States and grabbed some. And so finally I get to see what our friend likes so much about this beer, and because I can't get this beer in my area, I thought I would try and find a beer that is similar to this, and in my search I came up with this. This is a Amsterdam Brewery Boneshaker. Okay, so the difference between these two is probably vast, but I'm going to taste them and see what I can, decipher as a difference in the taste. This one is 7.2 ABV and is 65, I think it's 65 IBU. And this one is 7.1 ABV and is 80 ABU. So the international bittering units, that's the amount of bitterness that the beer has. So they are, right off the top, they are different. But when I drank this beer a couple of days ago, I drank the first one that was given to me, I found it very familiar to something I had tasted recently. And the only thing I could think of was this one. This is a Boneshaker. Let me give you a little close-up of that one as well, so we can see what that one looks like. So let's get to this. I've got two similar glasses here, and I'm going to give these a pour. I don't know. This is going to be very interesting. I'm not a beer reviewer. I don't profess to be one. I really don't want you guys to take anything I say about beer reviewing to heart, because I really don't consider myself a professional beer reviewer. So therefore, I'm just doing this for fun, okay? All right. This is a slightly larger vessel. I'll try to pour around the same amount. Okay. All right. Now all I can smell is hops. Everywhere. So I don't know which is which. Now look. Color-wise, look at that. They're almost identical. Let's OCD. Let's get that one up just a tiny bit more. So they're identical. Look at that. Oh, now that one's higher. Okay. The same color. They have the same. I'm looking at this with my own eyes. The camera might pick this up differently, but I see these as being the exact same color. They're both unfiltered. This one is slightly cloudier. So the Sierra Nevada Torpedo is a little bit less, it's a little bit less clear than the Boneshaker. Okay, so that's the first difference. The color is exactly the same. Let's make sure we got everything out of the way here so you guys can see. Okay. All right. Well, let's go for this. Sniff-wise. Hops. You can smell the hops, okay? Does this one have a slightly stronger hop aroma than this one? Just a little bit. Yes. Okay. So that is for sure. Ready? Let's do this. Okay, here we go. Cheers. Sierra Nevada Torpedo. It speaks to me. Let's give this a whirl. Oh yeah. Oh yes. I'm not a beer reviewer. This is excellent. It's slightly sweet. It's got a nice bittering characteristic. The hops are there. It's a very well balanced beer. As I said, I drank one of these a few days ago, and I was very, very impressed. Good job, Sierra Nevada. Sierra Nevada. I haven't even had these yet, and I'm already talking weird. Sierra Nevada Torpedo. It's awesome. Excellent mouthfeel. Beautiful bitterness balanced out with a nice malt backbone and slightly sweet and a nice overtone of grapefruit. Delicious. All right. Let's go for this one. See what the difference is. Cheers. Pleasantly sweet, nicely bitter, beautiful malt backbone, and a beautiful overtone of grapefruit. It's an awesome beer, actually. This is one of my favorites, and I don't drink this enough. Geez, that's delicious. Absolutely delicious. I can't tell the difference. I can't tell the difference. I'm not a beer reviewer. I've told you that. They're very similar. They're okay. Let's go back and forth a few times. Get yourself a beer if you're watching this, because you're going to get thirsty. Okay, hold on. You guys can see these. You know which one is which. Okay. Excuse me. I'm sure there's a difference. I wish I had somebody here to mix them around. I don't. I'm kind of embarrassed, actually. I thought there'd be more of a difference than this. Okay. Time to get drunk. Beautiful beer. That's a beautiful, beautiful beer, that. Okay. Okay. I officially declare myself a failure at telling the difference between these two beers. I did not plan this, I swear to God. I thought that there'd be a difference and I'd be able to tell you what it was. But, right off the top, the color, the way they poured, the aroma, this one having slightly less of a nose than this one did. Excuse me. For all intents and purposes, and this is only my own opinion, you can tell I'm surprised because I'm kind of speechless here. For all intents and purposes, if you can't find a Torpedo in your area, go ahead and get the Boneshaker, and if you can't find the Boneshaker in your area, go ahead and get the Torpedo. They're so similar. They're so close. And I'm absolutely positive that a more seasoned beer reviewer would be able to tell a difference between these two. I can't. I just can't tell. One of them has this one has a slightly sharper bitterness to it, maybe, even though it has a lower IBU. They both have the same sweetness to them. They both seem to have basically the same malt profile. You can see that they're the same color. The hops, the finishing hops, the aroma, the flavor hops are both the same to me, or very similar, and I'm embarrassed because I think this is probably due to a lack of the ability to review beers that's causing this to taste like this for me. But if you can get both of these beers, which I'm not sure you can, because I'm not sure if this is available in the United States, and I'm not sure this is available in Canada. I know it's not available in my area anyway. The next time my friend drinks a Torpedo, I will drink a Boneshaker. And I swear to you, I'll try it one more time. I don't want to get, drunk on this video. Let's try this one first again. I'm sorry, guys. It tastes like the same beer to me. And obviously it's not. But those are so similar. If any of you guys can get both of these beers, I would love you to do a review on YouTube and try to tell me what the difference is. If you can't do it on YouTube, that's fine. Do a comparison of these two and let us know in the comments what you think the difference is. I honestly am not jealous anymore that I can't get this one, because I can get this one. This is my Torpedo. I find this incredible. It's like the same recipe. Okay, but again, that's my lack of ability to tell the difference. Somebody else might be able to see a vast difference. I can't. They're so similar. I mean, look at them. It's the same. It's like it's the same beer. It tastes the same to me. And I'm very impressed. I will be buying these more often because I do admire the Torpedo and its effect on people, and it's a great beer. And I'm very grateful, actually, that my friend Brian, who was a friend of mine back in grade 5, I think we were hanging out, and he ran across me on YouTube recently, and we reconnected, and he was nice enough to bring me a couple of these beers. Thank you, Brian. But Brian, if you're watching this, you don't have to go to the States. I would like Brian, if he's got any of these left, which he probably doesn't, to try this comparison. This is very interesting. I know I'm rambling, but I can't believe how similar these two beers are. I can't believe it. I just can't. I think I'm going to have to attempt to send somebody one of these beers and have them do a comparison, because they can get this one. I would be very interested to hear what that person thinks. I'm very impressed, and I'm going to be done now doing this because I don't want to get loaded during this video. But the bottom line is that I didn't expect this, but I suspected it. When this was sent to me and I tasted it on my broadcast, my live show, I thought to myself, I've tasted this before. This is very, very familiar. And it wasn't that long ago that my son went to the beer store and he brought me home one of these. And so I guess in my mind I was correct in knowing that I actually experienced a familiar flavor. Because at this moment, as I sit here with these two beers side by side, mid-sentence burp, there's carbonation. As I sit here, I can't tell really the difference. So I'm either embarrassed or I'm proud that sort of knew that these might taste the same. Well, thank you for watching. What else is new? I've got a Cooper Stout brewing back there. Got some wine brewing for my son. He bought himself a kit, and I just put it together for him. It's a lot easier. Wine kits are so easy. They're just simple things to do. He'd be in the way if I got him to help me brew that thing. And I have a pumpkin ale that's brewing back there, which you saw recently. Let me do that on here, on YouTube. That is actually, because the video was posted a bit late, that's actually almost ready to keg. So I'll be trying that very soon here on this channel. And I have a store-bought version of that beer in my fridge that has sitting there being saved for a comparison just like this, comparing the homebrew version of the pumpkin ale to the store-bought version of it. I'm absolutely positive there will be a definite noticeable difference between those two. Unlike this. Like, I'm actually shocked here. I'm shocked. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for your patience. I know that the videos are sort of sporadic, and I'm trying my best to get these out. I'm a very busy guy, and so, but I want to keep you guys, happy and make sure you've got stuff to watch. Please support the channel by buying a t-shirt from tgtshirts.com, and subscribe if you haven't already. You know what? Click that little bell. Click that and make sure that you get notified every time I post a video. And thumb up the video if you thought this was interesting for you. Now that they've warmed up a bit, I'm starting to notice a little bit of a difference. A tiny bit more sweet than the Boneshaker. But that's the only difference I can know. And it's tiny, and I'm reaching for something to tell you guys that there's a bit of a difference, because I feel stupid telling you that these are exactly the same. They're not. Obviously, they can't be exactly the same. The only thing I can notice is that's a tiny bit sweeter than this one. I guess you could substitute one with the other. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So there you have it. Thank you, guys. I guess I have to finish these. I'll be half in the bag when I'm done that. How do I end this? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't. Thanks for your support. Cheers, guys. Be safe. See you soon. Thank you.